Welcome to episode 7 of the O.V.G.C podcast. I am your host, Zane, and joining me is Matt and Jeff. Welcome.
Hello.
Whoa, Matt, you sound really off suddenly.
No, that's not me. That's Season's Guide unmuted.
Oh, that's right. I'm muting him myself. I don't know if I can. I muted him, but I don't know if it'll stay permanent. I had him join us in our last one, so he was. I didn't change the settings on it because I didn't want to have to keep resetting it yet. So, welcome everybody to our end of the month, where we get to choose our next game of the month for March. We're going to talk a little bit about Gunstar Heroes, our February game. This one was, in fact, Jeff's game suggestion.
Yay.
And I'd really like to hear what you, tell us why you picked Gunstar Heroes for last month and what you thought about replaying it for February.
Yeah. So the reason why I picked it was I was just going through my Genesis collection and it popped out. No, but I was thinking about there is a co-op nature of it, which is fun. I wish I would have actually gotten an opportunity to do that. But just the gameplay, it checks all the boxes for me and what I like in a game. You can beat it in a really short amount of time, but completing it well, takes skill, takes repetition, takes some grinding actually, to get good enough. So I'm a huge fan of the run and gun genre, arcade style games in general. This one's not an actual arcade; it was developed for the Genesis. But any kind of arcade run and gun shoot 'em up, that's always my cup of tea. So, and I just think that this is one of the best examples of the genre. Top 5 for me. So that's what that's why I suggested it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's clearly like cream of the crop when it comes to Genesis games. It's very fun. It's very addicting. And if it was like one that I had when I was a kid, I probably would have played it as much as I played Contra at the time too.
I never played this one as a kid either myself. So it's interesting to hear someone else with kind of the same sentiment. I wish I knew about this when I was a kid.
I wish I had a Genesis when I was a kid.
Same. What were some of your thoughts?
So I played this on the Wii Virtual Console a long time ago, as a co-op game. So I had played through it and beat it originally as a co-op, and
Cool.
I had a hard time with it at the time. Though when I replayed it now on the Switch, it was actually a lot easier and more fun for me. I had a easier time grasping it. I'm not sure what the difference was between then and now, but getting like sliding mechanics, the dodging stuff, getting used to activating iframes for things was pretty fun. Using the throw was pretty cool, which isn't something you would expect in a game with shooting. It's like, oh yeah, you can just throw guys, on and off.
Yep.
I did notice that as I played it, I was getting relatively decent enough at it that I probably could have gave it a better shake without any rewind features.
Yeah.
But I really just wanted to play through it, and because all in one go, because I was having too much fun. I didn't feel like resetting it, so I definitely reused the rewind quite a bit. Not a ton, but there were a few only bosses that stopped me. Like the general stage play never did me in or nothing. Yeah, it was good to relive it. I was kind of like, at first when it got picked, I was kind of like, ugh, Gunstar Heroes. I remember this being a pain when I played it originally, and then after playing through it again, I was like, oh no, actually that was actually pretty fun.
Not too bad. Yeah.
It was you, not the game.
It was me. User error. Skill issue, right?
Have you tried just getting good?
I would have if I had more time. You didn't play it though, did you, Matt Chan?
No, I got addicted to Red Dead Redemption 2 and some other personal freelance issues.
I understand. Life comes.
Have you
at
played
you.
this one in the past?
I have never played it. I know when I talked to my brother about it, he's like, "Oh, that's a sweet game. We should play it." And I was like, "Okay," and then we didn't.
Put it on the list.
You still have time. Play it at some point.
I'm still alive, so there's an endless amount of time.
Yes, exactly. We'll
Kind of
harass you next month.
watching through some of the gameplay footage. I do like how graphically they so many of the bosses use like a bunch of segments of parts. Like you can see with this one, like all the arms and legs are like different sprites that they kind of move it to animate the character. So I really like how a lot of the bosses do that. This is kind of a lame example of it. But like the Seven Force, the huge green guy that turns into the 7 different bosses and stuff. I love seeing that graphically. Which I think they said that the SNES couldn't handle drawing that many individual objects, so that's why they went for the Genesis on this one. I think I read in an interview or somewhere.
Oh, that's cool. I definitely love the bosses though. They were all so cool and quirky and unique, and the 7-star guy that turns into the different weapons and stuff. That is really cool and unique. Because it just kept throwing stuff at you. So that was fun.
What did you think of this part here, the board game?
I hate this board game so much. I hate it so much.
Did
Oh
you
my
get stuck
gosh.
on the go back parts very often?
When I first played this game, yes, I hit go back 4 times, or something like that. It was obnoxious. It was an obnoxious amount of times replaying it, and maybe you can only hit it once. I don't remember, but I got go backed on the first time I did it, and I hated it, and I dreaded it on this one. And thankfully, it did not happen this time for me. I got through it, no problem. Whomped this guy. What's his name? Black Flea or something?
Yeah, I think they just call the guys by colors, so I think that's Black is the character, maybe.
Oh, it could have been. I thought he had another surname to it, but look at him just going nuts inside that pilot thing. But those dives, I loved doing that. I loved diving through enemies to activate iframes to see how far I could get through attacks without getting touched.
Or groups of enemies.
Yeah, that was fun. I love doing that. I like doing the slide. Those were the things that really made me be like, oh yeah, I could probably beat this game as like a one-time go through possibly, but I didn't do it. You did it. Lance did it. I was pretty stoked about that. You did it, didn't you, Jeff?
So I did it on actual hardware, but I did play through on easy for that.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
That was a 1 credit clear on easy, but
yeah. I don't know what Lance's difficulty was, but he still did it too. So that's still impressive in my opinion, no matter what.
I do like if you do co-op on this, you can have one player be kind of the free running, so you can kind of run and shoot at the same time. The other player can be the fixed shoot with more of the directional aiming.
Okay.
The one gun for the fixed style is, I think it's the Seeker and the Fire, where you can control where it goes with the D-pad.
Okay.
So you can basically just shoot, hold down the shoot button, and then you just direct your big fireball around the screen to just clear it.
Oh, okay.
So it's like if you got one, the running gun can have like the Seeker laser combo, just picking off all the guys, and then you can have the other one just fireballing any larger enemies. Co-op is a different game experience. I like it single player, but it's so much fun with 2 players.
Mm-hmm. We'll still have to try and play it 2 players one of these days.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's kind of it. There isn't really a ton to say about Gunstar Heroes. We know that this is an early game by Treasure, right? First game?
Yeah, first one.
First one, yeah. Yep. Is the Game Boy Advanced one the same? Is it the similar stuff, or is it totally different?
It's a reimagining of this game.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of like a remake-ish.
It's different, yeah. Like the controls and the weapon system's a little bit different. Mm-hmm. But it has the same story beats and has the same characters basically.
Gotcha. All right.
I do like the soundtrack. I have to throw in just really, really quick. The soundtrack is a masterpiece when it comes to the Sega Genesis sound chip. Mm-hmm. I really like how all the FM synths sound on this. And the compositions are good too. I mean, like I actually picked up the final for this one, so
Nice. I could unmute it here really quick if it... It just sounds
I
like
can't hear
Contra.
it.
You can't hear it?
No.
yeah,
No?
just turn it up just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Like the little synth bass.
It's got a lot
And
of...
like the little cheesy synth leads going on there. It's so good.
The sound effects sound like Contra. Like all of it sounded like Contra to me. Like the explosions, the laser sounds.
And the Genesis can sound really bad. So,
Uh,
so when you hear a masterpiece like this, it's like, yes, this is
Yeah.
what people should have done.
You know, that's a shame thing about some game tracks is you either have a killer stellar soundtrack or you have total garbage on your hands. And yeah, this is a good exception for the Sega Genesis. All right, let's move on to our game of the month selections. We have a few repeats in this pile. Pikmin being one of them. We talked about this a couple months ago or last month, whichever one it was. And good game, good remake on the Switch if you want it. 1 and 2, easy to pick up. You know, did either of you guys have both played Pikmin?
I have not played Pikmin.
Ooh,
I played
okay.
Pikmin 4. I mean, I played it when it first came out,
Uh-huh.
and I had no idea what was going on.
Gotcha.
I have played and completed Pikmin 3 and 4.
Dang, I think I said this last time, but Pikmin 1, in my opinion, is like next to Pikmin 4. Pikmin 1 is like probably the second best Pikmin game. Then Pikmin 4
I have
is
it. I just
really
haven't-
good. Yeah,
Haven't played through it.
I love this game. I love the hell out of this game. This level is probably one of the most annoying ones to play through because there's a lot of setup in the first day. This is the third level. Yeah, the third level. So, but otherwise, it's good game all around.
I'm low-key rooting for this one.
It would be fun to sit down and jam on this one. I think my kids would like to watch it. Maybe. I don't know. They still don't ever watch me do anything half the time.
It's worth a try.
Let's see. Matt Chan, yours, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. What is it?
And I still have never played any of these games.
Is Red Rescue Team and the Blue Rescue Team,
I think so.
right? Red
I
and
have
Blue
no idea.
Rescue
I just
Team.
kind of picked it because the terminal montage did a thing for it, and I was like, huh, I should play this game.
Gotcha.
And like my nephew has been like, oh, these are like the best games ever, and I'm like, okay.
Sounds good.
So this one, are both versions on the Game Boy, or was it like one on the DS, or what's the story with that?
I think this one there's the GBAs, and then they
Okay.
did another one for like DS. I think each system had a new one.
Okay. Is there any connectivity between them, or?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm just curious.
There might be trading because I think there is some like code stuff you can do, but I don't know if it's imperative or not, or necessary. I'm pretty sure it's not necessary for anything if there is. You never know. And I just realized I forgot to make the spinner wheel for our.
Ah.
There we go. Cool. It's ready to go.
That was
Whoa, that was still playing. Klonoa is door to Phantomile. Has anybody played any Klonoa game at all?
Nope.
Okay, it is relatively unknown because it's a relatively rare game to play. I've played the Game Boy Advance Klonoa game, and it's basically a collectathon. Collect enough of these objects and then go to the next stage. The PS1 Klonoa game is not like that, but it still is. You find and save and help people or something. I don't really know like the whole premise behind it. You got to save the world from evil traditionally, and platformy game with some, I believe, floating mechanics to it. It's like jumping using guys and stuff. This one.
Is the whole game 2.5D like this?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Is it just on PlayStation then?
This is just a PS1 title, I believe. I don't know. It might be on Dreamcast. I don't think so, though. I'm pretty sure it's just PS1. Yeah, it's one of those Namco RPG, or it's a Namco platformer. It was their kind of like throw in with Crash Bandicoot and all them, but
The angles just look kind of weird in some of those parts, especially with like rounded corners.
yeah, it seems cool. I'd like to give it a try. I'm interested in checking this one out. If this gets picked, I like PS1 and PS2 games, so I'll probably buy this one. I know I know it's kind of expensive though, and there's I think there's 3 games on the PS1. There's at least 2. I know
they just
that.
remade them for the Switch too.
Did they?
Yeah, I think they were like remakes recently.
If they're remakes, I'll just pick up the remakes probably. Yeah, that was cool. He went around in a big circle and then went back onto the main path that he was just on. That's kind of neat.
It's pretty impressive for PlayStation too.
It's a PlayStation 1, Matt. No.
I said PlayStation.
Yeah.
I said pretty impressive for. Oh,
Yeah, I know. I got you. I know. That was bad. Yeah. Klonoa. Looks good. I'm down. Onimusha Warlords. Capcom. It's made in the same engine as Resident Evil.
the dude
it
like, in
looks
that
like
little
it.
bit, in that first bit when he was trying to find the door, is the reason why I never got past like the intro stages of Final Fantasy VIII.
Very nice. Yeah, it does kind of look
So-
like that, doesn't it? It's basically a hack and slash adventure game. I think there's some RPG elements to it. I'm not really sure. I've never checked out Onimusha. I own all of them. I own all 4 of them from the PS2. I went to the game store and somebody had just like dropped them all off, and I was like, "Can I buy those?" I used to think, based on the way the box art was, that they were like the Samurai. Was it Samurai Warriors games? Right, the big. Do you know what I'm talking about? The big army-based game, like you fight a bunch of armies as a single warrior, or something. Like that. Dynasty Warriors. Thank
Dynasty.
you.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it is.
I don't like those games.
Yeah, I thought that's what Onimusha was originally, but when I was looking it up today, I was like, oh yeah, not at all like that.
Pleasantly
It kind of
surprised.
looks more to me like Ninja Gaiden Black did when it came out on the Xbox. Looks good. Apparently had a huge following. It was a massive success for Capcom. But they just remade this one too. They just remastered this in 2016 or 2018 or something like that. So if you want to play this one new, you can. Otherwise, it's relatively affordable on the PS2. I'm sure if we needed to, we could find a ROM for it or an ISO. Yeah, Onimusha Warriors. I'm interested in getting into this one since I own the entire trilogy, and then the 4th game is called. Looks good to me.
Yeah.
Half-Life 2. Once again,
There it is.
it's back. We're back.
They shot the screen. That's
It's
rude.
It's very deserved. Look at that glass break effect. Very nice.
Oh,
Ugh.
That was so good at the time, though.
Yeah, for real. It's still good. The source engine is. It's a good engine.
I think they just like dropped that too. Like I think they pushed it out or something. I remember hearing something about the Source engine and something happening with it.
Well, I don't
Or
know.
they did TF2 Source Edition.
Yeah. I mean, didn't they make it so that people could just make games in it for free now?
I think it was something like that. I thought it was like that before, but
Oh, okay.
it's been a while.
You do not need to play Half-Life 1 in order to play Half-Life 2. I doubt if you played through Half-Life 1, you would even know what's happening in Half-Life 2.
Accurate statement.
Yeah. in Half-Life, the only thing that's really the same is Gordon Freeman, and then the whatever guy, what's his name?
The G-Man.
The G-Man, thank you. Him, and then the aliens that you're kind of with. You kind of have a little backstory on those characters.
There's a few recurring characters like Barney.
Okay. You know more than I do then at that point, because I've only played a little bit of Half-Life 2.
Yeah,
Half-Life Alyx is really good.
Yeah? I've heard
Yes,
good
it is.
things
Yeah.
about it.
It's a fun VR title.
I haven't checked it out. But yeah, I'm more than willing to give Half-Life 2 another good chance. It seems like fun.
This one's
I'm
on
down.
sale all the time for like $2.50. Like if you don't have this one already, like
$2.39. Orange box, yes.
yeah, you could try one of the console versions of it.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't myself, but yeah, they exist.
Oh shoot. Beavis and Butthead for the Super Nintendo.
Oh man,
Look at the animation. Yes, that walk cycle.
beautiful.
Hey, Beavis.
Oh, yeah,
Smell my
Butthead.
finger.
Oh man.
No, that's gross. Get ready, dude.
Get ready, dude. Oh my gosh.
We're gonna score. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I just okay. I've never even like looked at this game, but watching this gameplay of it is pretty wild.
I don't. I think I played this game a long time ago, but I don't remember much about it. But you know, tag team like Donkey Kong Country 2. You know, that's what it looks like. Walking in a
was gonna
straight
say,
line, punching guys.
It doesn't look like there's much up and down movement. It looks like they're kind of going just kind of on one plane there.
Yeah. I'm not sure what.
Isn't how your school was?
I mean, yeah. Okay, they can go through those doors.
Get ready, dude.
So I gotta go through these doors, Beavis. I don't know. I mean, I'm curious to see what this is like. But I don't have high hopes for it. I just want you to know
Hopefully,
that.
there's a little bit more variety in the gameplay than what we've seen.
Yeah. Hopefully, is his tongue stuck? What did he do? I don't know. Elvis was here.
Elvis was here.
Guar
What was it with
concert.
like Elvis
Fuck
stuff
yeah.
in the 90s?
I don't know. The whole show is about rock and roll and stuff, isn't it? Essentially, I mean, it's about two guys in rock and roll and shit they like and getting into weird shenanigans because they're stupid.
I never even watched the show when I was younger.
I haven't even watched the show as I was older.
Just
Nope.
watch the movie. Beavis and Butthead Do America. All right, Odama
Fair enough.
for the GameCube. This is a pinball game
Use pinball.
where you use pinball to save Japan, right? Something like that.
I'm pretty sure that's true. I want to keep watching this.
You fight armies.
Thanks, Odama. Perfect.
You fight armies with a giant pinball. I tried to understand some of it earlier and watch it, but I didn't want to have the story kind of spoiled to me. But yeah, everybody, you're on
There
a
it
giant
is.
pinball
Yep.
field, and not only can you ruin your own armies though, or the enemy armies with it, you can ruin your own armies too. So you got to kind of see how he just blew them up. You got to get that bell to the other side. That was what they did in the last one I saw. I don't know if that's commonly what they have to do every time, but you have to like save the bell over there, get it to the other end. You can even ring the bell with the ball and it like makes a giant shockwave too. And then whatever armies you have left over in the end of this, move on to the next one with you. So, but in order to recruit more armies, you have to kill them with the giant ball, and they fall down into your pinball slot thing, and then then you get more army. Something
Wow.
like that. I think that's. I
This
think
actually looks
they were
kind of
good.
fun.
I don't know. It seems really weird. It looks
This-
really good though.
I just looked at the price. For being as esoteric as this is, it's not that expensive. But I can't say I've ever seen it anywhere. So it's like, is it? It doesn't seem like it's a common game.
It must be an end of GameCube life cycle type game.
Yeah, I mean, this looks fun just watching the footage.
Yeah, yeah, very
Like
very
little
interesting.
comments in my ears. It burns.
It's too. That's,
I need to pick this up either way. That's pretty wild looking.
You found another command. I'm down. 2006. The season
Okay,
says.
wow. Yeah, so that would have been really late in the life cycle.
There's no way to die. We're oh shoot! Look at the 3 dudes on the bottom with the cannon. What are they doing?
They shot the ball.
Oh, is that what they did?
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird.
So what if you lose it?
I don't know. I
They just shoot it
kind
again?
of want to keep watching.
Are you able to control the table tilt then as well?
It looks like you can
Looks like
table
it.
tilt it. Yeah.
Interesting. And then you have the flippers as well.
Rally here to grab the ladder. How do you do that? Whoa! He blasted everybody with that freaking ball.
You have to control your army using the GameCube microphone. Oh, shoot.
Oh shit! Okay.
Jeez.
All right, now I got to go see if I've got one of those laying around.
Seasons Y.
Okay.
The
I need
game
to
just
pick
got
up-
more expensive.
Yeah, it did. Mario Party 4 also used it, I think.
Yeah, Mario Party.
Or Mario Party- it
6
might
or
have been one of the
7.
later
I
ones.
think it might have been Mario
Yeah.
Party 7 or something.
What else we got?
Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards.
Great game.
Probably the last best Kirby game to ever come out.
Ooh, shots
I
fired.
wish they kept that purging mechanic.
I
Like, that was pretty
love
awesome.
that mechanic. I can't believe they didn't stick with it. I honestly thought it was the way Kirby was going to keep going. But
Oh, man. I just realized that I picked 2 games in a row that had, like, merging weapon mechanics.
you did. Is there a theme here?
I heard you
Jeff?
like merging weapons.
Maybe it's a me problem.
I love the music track for this game. It was probably one of the best
it's
ones.
so good.
The boss battles are hard too in this one, like really hard. Oh yeah, you can throw it at enemy guys just to get it. Yeah, that's insane. These
like the
dual weapon
fridge.
things are really cool. It just does.
I like...
Go on.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it makes the combat in this game very trivial though. A lot of the stuff. My favorite one was getting to the scissors and the spikes, or the knife and the spikes, the sword and the spikes, and you become a pocket knife.
Oh, yeah. And then can't you become a fridge by using, like, the electric and the ice one?
Electric and ice, and you drop food.
Oh,
I just love how this game looks, too.
that's a good one. Dual
Oh,
Darth
yeah.
Maul sword, yeah, something like that. I don't know. This game is.
If you
pretty
look
good.
at my whatever it's called, my avatar.
I've played through the final level of this one. Like, I've beaten it, but I've never actually sat down and played it all the way through on a cartridge. So if this one does get
Oh
picked,
jeez, Kirby almost didn't make it
If-
there.
if this one does get picked, it'll be my first time playing through on hardware. So
All right, it's a good game. I didn't like it when I was a kid, but I'm sure I like it now, compared to some of the recent Kirby games, because I'm not a fan of current ones. Oh, I did not play the new one, that new one with the futuristic Earth, whatever it was.
the Forgotten World
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, Forgotten World.
That
I
was
never-
actually pretty hard.
Was
I
it?
got kind of bored of it.
I do want to play that one. I forgot.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought that one was good.
I mean, hey, some are hit and miss. I quit buying Kirby games after the DS. Squeak Squad was not fun.
Did you not play the 3DS ones?
I didn't play Planet Robo, which I had heard that it was actually pretty good.
I liked Planet Robobot. It was pretty interesting.
Okay.
But I don't know if it has the same impact on
find
me
that
as
meme.
like Superstar or 64 overall, but I think it was good.
I was spoiled by Superstar. Spoiled. It was so good. Superstar.
For sure.
All right, and the last one, my suggestion is Perfect Dark. I've always wanted.
I think I
frame
just
rate.
beat that recently.
The frame rate's bad, but is
64.
it's like one of they came out this came out after GoldenEye, I believe, right? Perfect Dark, or was it?
Yes.
Okay. I've never played it. I've wanted to play it for
You've
a
never
very long
played
time.
Perfect Dark?
No.
Requires the
Whoa.
expansion pack.
I'd been interested in playing it, but I never heard about it until after the N64 was like popular. After the N64 was done, I mean, and it was like, oh yeah, Perfect Dark, and then people were talking about the sequel being on the Xbox or whatever, the 360 or something, and I was like,
That was a horrible game.
yeah. But I know the spoiler, like the big surprise reveal or whatever it is, but I want to experience it myself, so I don't want to talk about it here. But I'm really interested in playing through this one.
Next time you're over, we can play. Like, I played multiplayer on this so much.
Yeah. I don't know if I could play multiplayer on this one. It's just too much now. I tried going back. I went back and replayed GoldenEye, and I played through the whole thing in a sitting, and I was just like, all right, GoldenEye, and I was like, time to do Perfect Dark, and then I just didn't do it. So this is me throwing that on you guys. It looks good.
I mean, it looks as good as a 64 game can.
Yeah. Well, my favorite thing too about the rare shooters too is that they auto target enemies, so you don't have to aim.
Yep.
Like, you just go in, you just fire. You know, that's cool. I like that. You know. Oh man.
I actually busted out the N64 Bluetooth controllers that Nintendo has, and this is a little bit related. Played some GoldenEye with my brother-in-law Tim,
Okay.
and I smoked him. I actually, after going a few rounds, I was getting really kind of familiar with the GoldenEye controls again, and it's not as bad as people like. It's not as intuitive as dual stick analog controls for sure.
Right.
But it's not as bad as I think some people make them out to be. Like,
It works.
if you can kind of get your mind in like okay, I'm using these buttons to strafe, and like how can I move? Like, you're not moving in the dual stick format. You're kind of moving your character in a different way. So once you kind of get your brain in the right mode, it's not that bad.
Yeah. No, you're right. I sometimes you got to back up and go forward again a couple times in some
Right.
instances, but otherwise it's relatively intuitive. You know. That guy just
You don't,
rolled.
and they don't design the levels where you have to look up and down a whole lot, anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got one up on Torok for that.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so that's our game selections, everybody. I'm pretty excited for everything we have on the list here. So, anything particular that we're kind of all more excited for now that we've gotten a brief look at everything? I'm hoping Odama.
I guess everything but Beavis and Butthead.
Ooh, little on the edge for Beavis and Butthead. Okay, here we go.
Now watch, after saying that, it's going to be Beavis and Butthead by like.
Yeah, now that you said it.
Hey, all right.
Turbo.
Kirby 64. Very nice.
Okay, do I just not get a pick next month then?
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
That's how
That's
it's
two in a
raised.
row. That's two in a row. You're more than welcome to abstain if you want.
Or is it 3 strikes you're out?
Bro, if you get a third one. Next month, though, everybody after this one is our next quarterly suggestions start. So, so I'm
awesome.
good. So make as many suggestions as you want. So, thank you, everybody. Look forward to Kirby 64. I'm down to play through this one again.
Me too.
I'll be doing OG hardware on this one. And there is a boss rush at the end of the game. That is going to be the challenge if you complete the boss rush.
Nice.
100%ing it is, think it's 100% necessary to. I think you need 100% in order to activate the boss mode. So you got to get all the crystals in order to do it.
Oh shit! I forgot I'm wearing my Kerbo shirt and
Man,
everything.
you're repping the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, the Wii Anniversary Edition has it too. If you
That
want to
does
play
exist,
it that
yes.
way.
It's
might
on
be worth
Nintendo Switch Online, I believe.
Oh, is it on the NSO? Okay, sweet.
I
Lots of easy ways to get a hold of Kirby 64. So, all right. Well, great. I'm glad to hear it. Hope so. Hope everybody had a good time watching the show. Hope you're all excited to play Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shards, like the rest of us. And we will see you guys on the Discord. All right. This has been Zane and Matt and Jeff. Have a good night.
Oh
Bye.
yeah.